Hello everyone, I'm going to be testing out two sets of LED headlights to find out which ones are better. So I'm going to save you guys some time. So I have one set, which is the Xenon 2s. Those are 12,000 lumens and about $50 a pair. And those are what I'm driving with right now. And the other set I'm going to show you next is the Xenon Pros. Those are 9,000 lumens. They are rated number 1 for brightest LED headlights, and they are going to run you up about $150 a pair for those if you get the highest wattage, which I did. So both sets are 6,000 K or 600,000 K, whatever, for their color temperature. So they're the cool white. So they are consistent across all fronts, and we're gonna find out which ones are the way to go. So like I said, these are the Xenon 2s. I'm driving with my low beams right now, and as you can see, they're pretty bright, but there's also some dark spots right in front of my car, and those go away if I turn on my fog lights like that. So then you have full coverage, more or less. However, without the fog lights, you're going to have dark spots up in the front. So that's something you have to keep in mind. With the high beams, you're looking at that. High beams, low beams, and fogs, looking at that. So, you can see pretty well. Now, the Xenon Pro, before I show you them, I'm going to tell you what I figured out just by testing them. Those ones, as far as brightness, did not seem to be nearly as bright as the Xenon 2s. However, they did cover the section in front of my car a lot better, so it looked more like this without fog lights. And so they definitely do have a more filled out beam pattern for you. But if the Xenos turn out to be brighter and you have fog lights, well, you can just run your fog lights, and then you'll have the light in front of your car filled out completely, and you'll have more brightness. But of course, I am going to show you the Xenon Pros, and you can determine if they are indeed brighter or dimmer, and which ones are the way to go. And also, there is cost to consider. So, if I deck out my entire car with the Xenon Pros, it's going to cost me $450 versus the Xenon 2s is going to cost me $150. So I'm saving $300. And forewarning, I do not have Xenon Pros for my fog lights, period. So when I do switch to the Xenon Pros, the fog lights are still going to be Xenon 2s. But I will run them without the fogs on so you guys can see everything there is to see. So we will get to that in just a second, but I'm going to run this for another couple seconds with all three on. So there's the high beams again. Oh, there's a car. But overall, the Xenos, I've had them for about 6 months, I would say, and I have been fairly impressed with them, needless to say. And I just recently decided to upgrade. So I got the Xenon Pros, and I'm not sure if they are even an upgrade, which is why I'm shooting this video. So I can help you guys decide for yourselves before you go ahead and spend the money on them. So I am going to pull over here quickly, switch out my bulbs, and turn myself around. Alrighty, we are back. I successfully swapped the bulbs out without any cops coming by and being like, "What's up? What are you doing over here in this church parking lot, messing around in your hood?" Anyway, so it was a success. So these are the Xenon Pros. Right now, I'm running just the low beams. So, like I said, it's a lot more filled out right in front of my vehicle. Before I had to use my fog lights to get that kind of effect. I will turn the fog lights on here for a second. This is what you get. So my Xenon 2 fog lights, which are still in because, like I said, I only have Xenos for fogs right now. Those actually seem to get further in front of me than the low beams do. Maybe I'm imagining that, maybe not, but it does look like they get further than the Xenon Pros. So here's the high beams right there. So yeah, they definitely look like they're more filled out and whatnot. It's like solid white everywhere, bright as day, right in front of me, a little farther out, but it does not look like it goes as far. So I can't see as far in front of me as I could with the Nino 2s, and that's definitely something to consider. And I'm going to turn the fogs on here too, so we got all three going. Yeah, even the night fog lights seem to make a wider beam pattern than the Xenon Pros. As you can see, it just widens up there big time, whereas without it, not so much. And normally the high beams really do cover to the sides quite well, because the high beams and my fog lights both have no shielding on them. So the lights just reflect it out. There's nothing in front of it, you know, blocking anything. And normally the high beams do spread very easily and well to the sides. But here the fog lights still spread better, I think. So that must be because they're Nino 2s. They must be brighter. That's my conclusion from this little experiment. I'm not sure what other conclusion you could come to, but it does appear the Ninos are not just brighter, but like a lot brighter. And also a lot cheaper, like a third of the price. So really I would say the only downsides to the Ninos is they're not as filled out of a beam pattern. You know, this one right in front of you and, you know, maybe 100 feet or so, it's like bright as day. But after that, it really kind of disappears. You can't see much. I mean, I don't think I can see more than 200, 300 feet in front of me. Not even. I don't even know. It's hard to judge, but I can definitely not see even close to as far as I can with the Ninos. Like, normally here I'd be able to see probably twice as far with the Ninos. With these, I can see probably a solid 4 or 5 dash marks in the road ahead of me, like clearly, but after that it's all gone. Like, if there was a body laying in the road 300 feet ahead of me right now, I wouldn't be able to see it until I was about 150 feet away, maybe. Versus the Ninos, I think I could probably see that body from 400 feet, to be perfectly honest. So these are the Xenon Pros, once again, $150 a pair. And apparently not that freaking good, because I can't see a whole lot. And this is even with my fog lights on. Turn those off and, like, you know, I might as well be driving with cataracts. I might as well take the I think my daytime running lights are brighter than the Xenon Pro LED headlights, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. So that should tell you a lot. Anyways, that is it for these comparisons of headlights. So I hope this was useful for somebody out there. And I know from this, what I will be concluding is that my Xenon Pros are going right back to where they came from. I.e., I'm returning them, because they suck. That's right, I said it! No, but they really are a ripoff, I think. So, you know, nothing personal, Xenon Pro, if indeed that's their real name, but your headlights suck. They're terrible. You know, what? You can't... I might as well drive with stock halogens at this point. Yenta. So anyway, that's it. Go ahead and buy yourself some not Xenon Pros. Unless you really, 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 really value the first 10 feet of your vision not being 100% covered. You know, there might be a dark spot, so you only have 99% vision 5 feet in front of you. And then after that, it's all great with the Nino 2s. But with the Xenon Pros, you can see perfectly for the first 5 feet, and then after that, you can see, like, nothing. And you pay, like, you know, an arm and a leg for those things. So, there you have it. Xenon Pros should not be number 1 rated. They should be number 100 rated, in my opinion. Because they really are, I don't know, whoever designed those things is really a schmuck. Alright, Peace out. All right, here is a side-by-side comparison of the headlights. So I have the right side of my car, or passenger side, is the Neo 2s, and the driver's side is the Xenon Pros. And I mean, I think the brightness is pretty apparent. You can see right there. Let me focus it. I mean, you can just see you can see this blue, whitish bluish beam kind of curving up to the right, and it's just so much more distinct than, you know, over here. This, well, where is it? You know, it's kind of just a dull haze on the other side. Even if I focus over there, I mean, this is what you get. So, I mean, it's days brighter, I think. And then here's the brights. So, yeah, that's it. I think the Neos win, needless to say. And then there's the fog lights. By themselves, fog lights. Neos, high beams.